Okay, hi everybody. Uh, if you are new to my channel, please I welcome you this evening. As I promised, I'm a little late today. But if you are new to the channel, I ask that you may do a call. You may write a comment down there on my page. You may ask a question, or you may just make a statement. If you like my video, thumbs up or like my video. Otherwise, you can also subscribe. I appreciate if you subscribe if you're new, and those who are coming back, I welcome you back to my channel today. And today, my title is of my presentation is joy versus happiness. I think we've heard about joy and happiness. These two things are very familiar in our world today. But today we are going to know what's the difference and what are the similarities of these two things. And joy and happiness are both emotions where a person has feelings of contentment or satisfaction. But both these feelings may differ from each other based on the reasons causing the feeling and the nature of the feeling. J.D. Salinger, the author of Catcher in the Lie, once wrote, "The fact is always obvious much too late. But the most singular difference between happiness and joy is that happiness is a solid and joy is a liquid." And there is a comparison chart about these two things. And it says, happiness is an emotion in which one experiences feelings ranging from contentment and satisfaction to breeze and intense pleasure, while joy is a stronger, less common feeling than happiness. Witnessing or achieving selflessness to the point of personal sacrifice frequently triggers this emotion, feeling spiritually connected to a God or to people. The causes of happiness are earthly experiences and material objects, while the causes of joy are spiritual experiences, caring for others, gratitude, and thankfulness. Uh, Happiness have emotions which are outward expression of elation, and the emotions of joy are inward peace and contentment. Also, we have the time frame of these two things. The time frame of happiness is temporary. It is based on outward circumstances, while the time frame for joy are lasting based on inward circumstances. And what are the examples of happiness? In the midst of life's ups and downs, happiness is still present. The example of joy is serving others, sometimes through sacrifice with no possible personal gain, witnessing justice for the less fortunate, feeling close to a God. Then we have analogy of the two. So the analogy of happiness is a state. Happiness is a state. Think of it as a 100-story building. I'm giving an example. 100-story building at each level corresponds to a happiness value, and that happiness will persist for quite a long time. But when it comes to joy, joy is that sudden burst of happiness. Joy is like the elevator in that building that takes you up to higher levels of happiness only for a small amount of time and back. Then the two of these things, happiness and joy, they also have a lifetime. They have they have the aspect of life. So the life of happiness. Happiness can be experienced from any good activity, food, or company. While joy is a byproduct of a moral lifestyle. Then we have the difference in meaning of these two things. Joy is the emotions of great delight or happiness caused by something exceptionally good or satisfying. Keen pleasure, elation. For example, she felt the joy of seeing her son's success. It's giving an example of a mother who feels the joy of seeing her son's success. That's joy. Another example is a source or cause of keen pleasure or delight, something or someone greatly valued or appreciated. An example, her pro style is a pure joy. Number three, about joy, the expressions or display of glad feeling, festive gaiety. Number four, a state of happiness, of, of felicity. Those are four examples of joy, given cases about joy. Then we have life scenario of happiness. Happiness is number one, the quality or state of being happy. Number two, happiness is good fortune, pleasure, contentment, and joy. Joy seems to me a step beyond happiness. Happiness is a sort of atmosphere you can live in sometimes when you are lucky. Joy is a light that fills you with hope and faith and love. These are words which by Adela Rogers, St. John, from St. John. What are the causes of this? We're going to causes. Happiness may be caused by luck, good fortune, or other person-centric pleasures. On the other side, joy is caused by elation at a moment in time. Joy may not always be about oneself, but be about others' contentment also. So it's a selfless thing. Joy is a selfless thing. Happiness is about the self-expression. So happiness is more selfish than joy, and joy is more selfless than happiness. Happiness may dwell on materialistic, worldly pleasure, while joy is delight from soul-satisfied, emotional well-being. While happiness comes from outside things, joy is about inner self. Put an example here. If one wins a lottery of $10,000, they would be very, very happy. But if that person works hard and sets up his business and earns 10,000, he would feel joy. Though the ultimate benefit is the same, the cause being different makes the final emotion different. So you see, when you get lucky, you are happy. But if you work so hard and if you earn by working hard through your sweat, is a joy that comes from inside. Happiness comes from outside, depending with the luck, depending with the circumstances. So if the things are good, whatever circumstances is going on, if you are enjoying something good, if you are going through celebration in life, you are happy because it's conditional. Happiness is more conditional, while joy is unconditional. You may be going through storms, but you are still, you still have joy. But if you're going through storms, you are not happy. You'll never be happy. When things goes wrong, you are unhappy, but you can be joyful at the same time. When things goes bad or good, you're always joyful because joy rejuvenate from inside. In the following video, um, I would give there is a difference in time frame. So happiness may be momentarily and may not last for a long time. This is because happiness is caused by reasons that may not influence long-term contentment. Joy, on the other hand, is more related to the inner self and may last for a longer period of time. When one feels happy, they are happy for some time over that subject. But when one is overjoyed by something, then that feeling lasts to content him for some time. An example to clarify this can be a person eats a good meal at a restaurant. If a person eats a good meal at a restaurant and likes it, he is happy about it, but he will forget about it later. But when one makes that meal themselves for the first time and likes it, then it is joyous. This joyful feeling will be remembered by that person for a long. So emotion, these two things have emotions. Joy warms a passion's heart, while happiness merely pleases. This is also because of the difference in the reasons behind the two feelings. Happiness brings pleasure, but joy brings true contentment to one's heart. So, examples of happiness versus joy. Somebody winning a lottery brings happiness to a person. Winning a lottery brings happiness to a person. Giving birth to a child will bring joy to a person. That makes a lot of difference. Then, one way to understand the difference between joy and happiness is to look at the opposite of the two feelings. The opposite of joy is fear, while the opposite of happiness is unhappiness and misery. And then we are given examples of these two, joy versus happiness. A joyful dad of a newborn child, not very careful, that's joy. When you get a child, a mother or a dad, they are so joyous about that. Happy kids dancing in the lane. When the kids are dancing in the lane, they are happy because the atmosphere is nice. They are enjoying. They have their peers there. There is a happy couple on their wedding day. Listen very careful. Something good happening outside is happiness. A joyful pet owner, somebody who owns a pet, is joyous. Joy comes from inside, you remember? Then there is tears of joy. Daughter supplies to her dad from the army on her 16th birthday. It's joy, something that comes from inside. There is a happy moment, somebody swinging on the swing. Why? Because the environment is nice, because the situation, you are going through a good situation. The environment is good. Everything is going good. You are happy. The joy of being in love. Two lovebirds, two people, a couple who loves each other is joy because it's something that comes from inside. Happy, cheerful crowd at a game. You know what? Because the environment is very nice. Something good outside is going good. Is happiness. Is from outside. Happiness is from outside when the joy is from inside. Joy is internal. Happiness is external. And with that, I know we have learned something. It was a quick pace presentation, but I hope if you found any substance in this video, please like it, give me a thumbs up, make a statement. You can ask a question, I will answer in my next video. And please, for those who are newcomers, who have come for the first time in my channel, please subscribe. Down on my, please hit the channel and subscribe button, I mean, and you subscribe to my channel. And I hope you enjoy. You have a good time. Till we meet next time. Thank you so much. You have a good night. Thank you. Bye-bye.